let's hear it for JK.
A couple of old crooners sat on these stools, aren't we? Happy Christmas! I think before I start, I should just mention one of Essex fine all-rounders that we lost at the beginning of the year, Trevor Bailey. I think his record speaks for itself. The Boyle, Chief, whatever you want to call him. He was playing in my first year. I started in '67. I know I don't look old enough to start then, but I started in '67 and Trevor was on his last year. And I think I played about 11 games in that season. We used to play 30 games of cricket then. And I think Trevor played about 8. And I was lucky enough to play in a couple of games. And we played against Leicester and he bowled absolutely beautifully. And he got a standing ovation as he left the field. They knew they weren't going to see him again. And that will always stay in my memory. Somebody who'd played so much cricket and to go to a place like Leicester, of all places, they actually understood what was going on. It was quite amazing. The other thing that I'd like to thank Trevor for, and that was for giving me a roommate for most of my career. He brought back from the West Indies, from Barbados, one Keith Boyce. And to this day, he's still, I think, my favourite opening new ball bowler. He was Essex through and through. He gave 120% with a ball. He tried to hit every ball out of Chelmsford. He smoked and he drank like they don't do today. But above all, he was the start of, I think, the team spirit that we all grew up with. Started with a very, very young side. Boise was part of that. We probably needed a headmaster to keep us in control, and that was Tonka's job. And then he handed over to the maestro, and we started winning things. And it was just so sad that Boise's knee packed up on him, and he wasn't part of that very first winning year, which I know he always mentioned to me when I used to go back to Barbados. He'd love to have been part of that scene. But I'm sure, looking around the room here, you can all remember him, and you've all got very fond memories of him.
Okay, we're going to go through as many of the questions as we can, mix them up a bit. First of all, from table number 1. John, was there any batsman on the circuit whose walk to the wicket caused your heart to sink?
I think Ackers, really. I think anybody who was out there batting up the other end knew that you only had a couple of balls left. I know what you mean. Bowlers that can bowl fairly easily without too much trouble against many batsmen, but all of a sudden that superstar comes to the wicket and you get reduced to half volleys and long hops along with every other bowler in the side. And I've seen it done. I've been in the field when I've been on the balcony when Gooch has been batting, and I've watched the absolute rubbish they've bowled at him because they were actually scared of him. They were scared they knew if they pitched it up too far it was going to go back past them like a tracer bullet. If they dropped it short it was going into that river. So I can appreciate how these bowlers felt, and I think Viv Richards, Gordon Greenwich, Barry Richards are three that stand out in my mind, and you could bowl a decent ball and it could go for 4.